What is good? This is Vic over at Vic's Cards. Gonna have a little bit of a rant today. This is gonna be an episode of Hobby Talk that is gonna release tomorrow. I'm recording this today, January 16th. This is gonna release tomorrow as my own personal Hobby Talk episode. First things first, Brad will be joining me for episode 3 from At the Closet Cards. Really excited to have him on the show to discuss his business and how he got into it. But let's get into why we are here. So, some things that I've been seeing about eBay on YouTube, on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. eBay is the best and the worst at the same time. If you want to move cards, you're going to move them on eBay. You're going to pay that fee, you're going to pay tax, cool, but you know you're going to move those cards, right? So, why am I mad at eBay? Well, first, canceled auctions or canceling an order after an auction. That's fucking bullshit, okay? If you send something to auction, you're okay with whatever that sells for unless you put a reserve price on, which is fine, totally fine. But for people to sell their card, get a specific amount of money, and then cancel that order because they're pissed off that it didn't sell is fucking bullshit. That's number one about eBay, okay? Absolute fucking bullshit. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Set a reserve price or don't go to auction. Just make it, buy it now. Very simple. Number 2, okay? eBay standard envelope exists so that you don't have to pay $5 to ship cards that are $20 and under. It exists for that fucking reason, okay? That fucking reason is why it exists. Not rocket science. You do not need to be charging $5 for cards under $20 to be shipped in a bubble mailer tracking. You do not need to be charging people $5, $6, and then ship it in an eBay standard envelope, or even worse, a PWE, okay? You are scamming people if you were doing that on eBay. You are not making fucking money off shipping. So stop being a fucking cock and ship it for the right price, okay? It should be to reimburse you, not so you make money, okay? If it costs you $3.80 for the label and the bubble mailer and your time, $5 is more than enough. Everyone accepts that as fact. $5 bubble mailer tracking, fine. $1 to $1.50 for PWE, fine. Because sometimes you gotta add an extra stamp. I get it. It's all good. My post office sucks, but I've been able to sneak them through at one stamp. So usually I charge $1.50, all right, because I have to put 2 stamps on them. But sometimes you get lucky and you don't have to. Either way, $1 to $1.50 for PWE, very respectable range. Don't go above that because there's no reason to, okay? And $5 is more than enough for bubble mailer tracking. And if you're shipping on eBay, they pay for that. The buyer pays for the fucking shipping. Unless you have free shipping, cool, good for you. All right, but stop ripping off your own customers, okay? And they are more than okay asking for a refund of that shipping if it comes in a PWE or eBay standard envelope. If I paid $6, I'm not paying $6 fucking dollars for eBay standard envelope. I want that shit fucking signed, sealed, delivered in a bubble mail in my mailbox. All right? Okay, I'm gonna calm myself down a little bit on eBay. We're gonna move into my other gripe. That wasn't really a gripe. I've kind of, changed my opinion a little bit. So I have loved grading with SGC for probably about 1.5 years now, I would say. So 1.5 years, I have really enjoyed grading with SGC. I've enjoyed their customer service. I've enjoyed their turnaround times. I haven't had a problem moving their slabs. For the most part, I've moved their slabs pretty easily. Again, I think it's about the card, not the grade, to be honest with you. But that's not here nor there, different conversation. PSA, I've grown very, very negative on in the last 6 to 8 months or so. I had a bad experience with a sub, and, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. However, I'm a Collectors Club member. I have come around a little bit to what PSA is doing. And I think PSA has kind of rode that wave where SGC was challenging them with those, Bowman top specials for $9. Turnaround times are unmatched. Their customer service is unmatched compared to PSA. Like, that's just a fact. but PSA still carries the premium on the price. That's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. Now, what have I changed? Well, I think that PSA is putting a lot of money in the right places right now, especially with their updated experience. It is so easy. So easy. Like their outdated site was gross looking. It just didn't look good. It looked like something from 2008. It was bad. Now they've, they put money into it. The app works great. The slide reveal thing was a cool touch. They've come a long way in terms of just their presentation, and submitting a sub for them is super easy. Do it on your phone. Like it's real easy. And that updated experience actually kind of, checks a box for me. It's about that just personal touch, easy accessibility stuff, and it's really easy to use. And right now they've updated their pricing, at least for the month of January. It's a special to be competitive with PSA or SGC. Excuse me. They obviously are not going to have the turnaround that SGC will have. I will say this: I sent a bulk sub at the end of December that got there. I guess it was the first, end of December. And from when it was entered to now was 5 business days. 5 business days. Obviously, we have holidays in between with MLK Day on Monday and everything. But like 5 business days, it went from entered to assembly. So I give them some credit. How long it sits in assembly, who knows? Who knows? That's the only downside of PSA is you never know how long a step is going to take. But I give credit where credit is due. They are pretty much true to their times for the most part, it seems, in the last 4 months or so. So I'm giving PSA another chance with, I don't know if I'm going to join the Collectors Club again, but I'm definitely sending a lot more cards than I did since June. I think that was the last time I subbed personally, like a sub for myself. I subbed a card or two with other people, but for me to send something in, I paid the $100 for Collectors Club, and this is the first time I've subbed a card, bulk, probably 20 cards myself. And now I have 2 special subs in, so I'm probably all in all, I got about 45 subs in. SGC slowing down for sure. I've had a sub that arrived on the 6th and it still hasn't even been graded yet, so that's fun. 5 to 10 days, I pretty much am at 10 days now. 8, I think it's 8 business days, so there's no way I'm getting that door to door 5 to 10. So it is what it is. They're very nice. They'll probably comp the shipping or something. I reached out to them already just to ask, like, what's going on? Is there anything wrong with the cards? Because usually they've been pretty good, so I'm waiting to hear back. But I will say it seems like PSA is getting their shit together, and they saw SGC coming for their neck. They saw, I guess, tag. I can't really get into too much math with tag, and I don't understand it. BGS looks like something from 2008. They really haven't modernized with PSA. They kind of got left in the dust. CSG's kind of there. They're reputable, but they are what they are. I think their slabs are still ugly, even with the revamp. I think SGC's got the best slabs. PSA has the most valuable slabs, so those are the 2 that I really grade with. SGC, I just love the look of the black with the cards in it. They just look awesome. So that's why I grade a lot of my PC stuff with SGC. And again, their customer service. But again, SGC's been slacking a little bit. I think they're also getting a lot of volume with the special that they had with the Bowman cards towards the end of the year. So they probably have a lot of volume coming in as well. So they're probably slowing down due to that. But either way, I think PSA deserves a lot of credit with what they've done to at least try to keep themselves above the competition. I think they've done that without a doubt by offering the same price SGC's offering. I mean, there's no reason why, unless you need the card to flip it or it's a PC card, there's no reason why you shouldn't send it to PSA at that price. That was my argument has always been, even at $19, I'd rather send it to SGC. Like if I'm paying $4 more, I'd rather send to SGC for a 1/8 of the time, right? But at the same price at that point, I think it's moot, really. It came down to the price for me. I'm still not a big fan of upcharges. I understand why, and I can see why it's a good thing because you're getting a card that has more value in their eyes. So I get it, but I'm just not the biggest fan on that. So, but again, it looks like PSA's churning cards out pretty quick, and they did go into some hibernation after the National, where I had a sub. Again, this goes back to June, where my bad taste. I had a sub sit for way longer than it should have. Way longer than it should have. Before it even got entered, it was just at PSA. So that's a thing that left that bad taste. But it looks like they're turning them out now. They're opening offices all over the place. They just opened another new one in New Jersey. which is really cool for me. So hopefully I can start, not even have to ship to California. I can just drop it off here, which would be awesome. But yeah, I want to give PSA their due, and I just want to talk about how much I fucking hate people on eBay so much. So, stop being a dick on eBay, all right? Don't cancel your fucking auctions just because you can get the price you get. That's on you. You sent your car to auction, all right? And ship with the right thing. You're not making money on shipping. That's not the point. You're not supposed to recoup any funds in shipping, okay? You're just getting the card to your customer. So stop being a fucking prick, okay? And if you are sending cards at PWE for $6, you should close your eBay account because you are scamming people out of money. That is what you were doing. They are paying for a certain service and you are not giving it to them purposely, okay? Shut your fucking eBay down and just stop, all right? I hope everyone has a great day. Remember, Friday, January 19th, I'll be joined by the No Flow Boys. That premieres at 12 p.m. here on the YouTube, and I hope you guys have a blessed and safe rest of the week. Fix Cards, out.